British explorer Bear Grylls is best known to TV audiences for Discovery's Man vs. Wild, known as Born Survivor Bear Grylls in the UK. The magic of TV makes Grylls look like the ultimate survivor, but the truth isn't quite so clear-cut. From his genuine scrapes with death to embarrassing leaks about his so-called survival shows, this is the untold truth of Bear Grylls. School bullies. Anyone who's seen his shows might be surprised to learn that Grylls was bullied in school. The guy seems pretty tough now, but he wasn't always like that. In response to the bullying he received at school, young Grylls decided to take up karate along with a few of his friends. 3 years later, he got his black belt and went to train in Japan as the youngest member of the Karate Union of Great Britain. Grylls described the experience in his book Mud, Sweat, and Tears. Each night we slept on the floor in small wooden Japanese huts, and by day we learned how to fight real and hard. The training was more exacting and demanding than anything I had previously encountered. Military man. After leaving school, Grylls spent several months hiking the Indian Himalayas. He told the Hindustan Times, "I spent quite some time in India before I joined the army. I went out there climbing and up in West Bengal and all around Darjeeling. We were in Calcutta for a while, and then we were with the Indian Army as well." Grylls even flirted with the idea of joining the Indian Army himself at the time, but ultimately decided to enroll in the military at home in Great Britain. Grylls joined the United Kingdom Special Forces Reserve in 1994 and served with 21 Regiment Special Air Service, or SAS, for 3 years, receiving training in everything from desert and winter warfare to evasive driving, climbing, and explosives. Free fall. Grylls might have only been in SAS Reserve, but that doesn't mean he got to skip out on any of the dangerous stuff. Grylls' second deployment to Africa ended in a terrible accident that almost claimed his life. He told The Guardian, "In Africa, my parachute ripped at 17,000 feet. I blacked out and on landing broke my back. I spent the next 18 months in braces and plaster. I was lucky to survive, let alone walk again." A friend of Grylls who was with him at the time told The Guardian, "I look back and think of him in that body brace after that horrific parachute fall, and it's incredible that he survived it. Then to look at what he's achieved since then, I'd never have thought it possible." Top of the world. Breaking 3 vertebrae after a 17,000-foot fall would be enough to put most people off heights for good, but Grylls didn't let it stop him. Grylls lived his childhood dream to climb Everest when he scaled Earth's highest mountain in 1998, less than 2 years after his near-fatal Africa fall. Everest is obviously no walk in the park, and Grylls almost met his end for a second time when some loose ice left him hanging on for dear life. "We were in the first stage of the Everest ascent when the ground gave way, leaving me swinging on the end of this rope clutching at these black and glassy walls." Dinner party. In 2005, Grylls and fellow explorer Lieutenant Commander Alan Veal staged one of the weirdest stunts of Grylls' career. They broke the record for the world's highest dinner party when they flew a hot air balloon to a height of 24,262 feet and climbed down to a dinner table suspended below the balloon, braving temperatures of minus 50 degrees Celsius. After enjoying a 3-course meal together, the daredevil duo dedicated the venture to Her Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth and skydived back down to ground with full bellies. Controversies. Grylls was the subject of controversy in 2008 when U.S. survival consultant Mark Weinert started talking to the British media about his time working on Grylls' show Man vs. Wild, claiming that the star was a fraud. Weinert revealed that during one episode he personally assembled a Polynesian-style bamboo raft off-camera, only for Grylls to add the finishing touches and take the credit. And after shooting on the episode concluded, Weinert claims the ex-military man left for a motel. And that wasn't the only time the show allegedly faked Grylls' whereabouts, according to the whistleblower. Grylls apparently spent a few nights in a luxurious lodge during the filming of the Sierra Nevada Mountains episode. Grylls responded to the claims by saying, "If people felt misled on how the first series was represented, I'm really sorry for that. We filmed these things over 6 days, and after filming the night stuff, we're back with the crew in a base camp lodge." Adventure dad. When your dad eats bugs and gets peed on for a living, you're bound to have an interesting childhood. That's definitely true for Bear Grylls' kids. When they aren't staying on the houseboat they have moored on the banks of London's River Thames, Grylls and his family live on a remote island off the coast of Wales. In 2013, Grylls found himself in hot water with the local council after erecting a huge metal slide that ended with a drop off a cliff face into the sea below. Grylls defended his decision by saying, "The slide is not for the paying public, and therefore the health and safety is not for other people. It's for me and the kids and friends to use when we're there. It has an element of danger to it. You do hit the water pretty hard, but do you know what? There are a lot more dangerous things around." He came under criticism again in 2015 when he purposely stranded his 11-year-old son on a rocky outcrop off the island to serve as a training aid for the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. Survivor Games. Bear Grylls is hugely popular in the US and his native UK, but he also has a massive following in an unlikely place. China. Grill's 2012 bestseller Mud, Sweat, and Tears was voted the most influential book in China the year it was released. And in 2016, Grills invited several Chinese celebrities to join him in the wild, including former NBA star Yao Ming, Olympic swimmer Fu Wanhui, and Robin Li, one of China's richest tech moguls. The show aired under the name Survivor Games and featured a premise similar to Mission Survive, a UK series in which Grills takes 8 celebrities on a 2-week hike through unforgiving terrain and eliminates them one by one. Despite the country's love for Grills, however, the Chinese version didn't go over well. Viewers complained that the show was tasteless and disgusting after Grills forced the contestants to drink their own urine. Disgusting? Oh yeah. But tasteless? We'll have to trust Grills on that.
God, there's no getting away from it. That really is pretty horrible. It's like warm and it's salty.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.